Monsters of the Midway, Bears faithful. Finally, some good news out of Chicago that's got the whole city buzzing with that old-school fire. After a rocky start, the Bears are clawing their way up the standings, with wins stacking and an offense that's suddenly unstoppable. But there's this one piece of the puzzle that's turning heads league-wide, a spark that's lighting up Soldier Field and beyond. If you're part of this crew, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, and join the conversation. This community runs on real fans like you. Now let's cut to the chase. The man who's become the heartbeat of this Bears resurgence, rookie running back Kyle Monangai. His breakout performance against the Bengals wasn't just a game-changer. It was a declaration that Chicago's back in the hunt, with playoffs on the horizon and a rushing attack that's second to none. Picture this, Soldier Field under the lights, the crowd roaring as Monangai bursts through the line for chunk after chunk, 176 yards in his first NFL start. That's not luck, that's the monsters of the Midway awakening. But it hasn't been all smooth sailing. Just last weekend, in that thrilling 47-42 shootout over Cincinnati, the Bears showed their grit. They overcame a slow start, pulled ahead early, and held on for dear life as Joe Burrow tried to orchestrate a comeback. The offense exploded for 576 total yards, tying them for third in the league at 378.4 per game. And at the core of it, that ground game, averaging 144.4 rushing yards now, second best in the NFL. It's a far cry from the early season struggles when they couldn't muster much on the ground. Enter DeAndre Swift, the veteran who kicked off the turnaround with back-to-back 100-yard games against Washington and New Orleans. Week 6 and 7 he was a beast, pounding the rock and wearing down defenses. But then came the groin tweak, sidelining him against Baltimore, where the Bears sputtered to just 16 points. Frustration mounted, fans paced the stands, wondering if this was another false dawn. Yet here comes Monangai, the rookie stepping up like he was born for it. Filling in for Swift, he didn't just play, he dominated. That 176-yard explosion. It was the team high for 2025, a number that echoes through the history books of Bears lore. In the locker room after Monangai gathered the team, his voice steady. "Hey, I appreciate everybody in this room, man. It was my first start. Nobody knew what I was gonna do, but I told you I was gonna step up to the plate. Whatever I gotta do to get the next one." That's the fire, the monsters of the Midway mentality. It's not just words, it's the pulse of a team that's 5-3, winners of 5 of their last 6, staring down a tough stretch but with real shot at January football. Of course, not everything's golden. There's the fine hanging over linebacker DeMarco Jackson, slapped with $6,111 for that hip drop tackle on Sam H. Perrin during a kickoff return. Early second quarter, Bears up 14-10, Jackson lays the hit, Perrin twists an ankle and limps off not to return. The NFL's Office of Game Day Accountability didn't let it slide, calling it unnecessary roughness. Jackson, who shines on special teams, knows the league's cracking down on those moves. It's a reminder that even in victory, there's a cost. The Bengals on bye in Week 10 list Perrin as questionable, could be a break for Chicago if they face Cincy again down the line. But let's zoom out. Head coach Ben Johnson, in his first year at the helm, has this squad believing. They host the Giants this Sunday, a winnable game against a 2-7 team. Beat New York and the path to the playoffs sharpens. The rest of the schedule, brutal: Lions twice, Packers, Vikings, Eagles, Chiefs. Only the Browns at 3-5 offer another easy out on December 14 at Soldier Field. Odds have the Bears as underdogs for the postseason, but momentum's a funny thing. One more win and those odds tilt. Monangai's emergence isn't isolated. The offensive line's gelled, play calling's crisp, and the defense, despite the fine drama, held firm against Cincinnati stars. Burrow threw for over 300, but interceptions and turnovers kept the Bengals at bay. It's balanced ball now, the kind that wins in the trenches. Fans remember the lean years, the rebuilds that dragged. But this feels different. Swift might sit Sunday with a personal issue, opening the door for Monangai's second straight start. If he delivers again under those Friday night lights against the Giants, the narrative shifts from hopeful to inevitable. Think back to the early season woes, rushing yards in the dumps, losses piling up, then Swift's surge, and now Monangai's magic. It's like the Bears found their identity in the run game, pounding opponents into submission. That 144.4 average, it's not fluff, it's sustained dominance. Against the Bengals, they controlled the clock, kept Burrow sidelined, and wore down a defense that started strong but faded. As we head into Week 10, the buzz in Chicago is palpable. Bars packed on Sundays, tailgates alive with optimism. The monsters of the Midway aren't just a slogan, they're a stirring. Johnson's steady hand, Monangai's burst, the whole crew pulling together. Playoffs, it's not a dream anymore, it's a plan. And with every carry, every tackle, they're writing the story of a season that could redefine Bears football. Diving deeper into this Bears renaissance, let's talk about what makes Kyle Monangai's story so compelling. Undrafted out of college, he scrapped his way onto the roster, grinding through training camp and preseason reps. No fanfare, no hype, just pure, unfiltered determination. When Swift went down, it was Monangai's number called, and boy did he answer, that Bengals game. He averaged over 5 yards a carry, breaking tackles like they were paper. Linebackers bouncing off him, safeties whiffing in the open field. It's the kind of football that gets Chicago chanting, the stands shaking with that primal energy. But it's bigger than one game. The rushing attack's evolution is Johnson's masterstroke. Early on they leaned two-pass heavy, Caleb Williams forcing throws into tight windows. Now, balance, handoff to Swift or Monangai let the O-line maul. Against Cincinnati, they racked up 200+ on the ground, dictating tempo. It's chess in the trenches and the Bears are checkmating foes. Contrast that with the special teams hiccup. Jackson's fine stings, a $6K hit for protecting your turf. Hip drop tackles are the league's boogeyman now post-2024 rule changes aiming to curb injuries. Perrin felt it, ankle rolling on the turf, Bengal's depth taking a dent. For the Bears, it's a wake-up, play smart, play clean. Jackson's response, head down, back to work. Special teams are his domain, pinning opponents deep, flipping field position. One penalty doesn't define him, it's fuel to refine. Looking ahead, Sunday's Giants clash looms large. New York struggling, but Daniel Jones can scrap and their D-line's no joke. If Swift's out, personal matter keeping him sidelined, Monangai gets the rock early and often. Imagine it, first drive, play action fake, Monangai slicing up the gut for 20. Crowd erupts, the city that never sleeps on Bears hope awakens fully. A win here pushes them to 6-3, breathing down the Lions and Packers in the NFC North. Ben Johnson's the architect. Hired to rebuild, he's infused swagger. First-year coaches often flounder, but not him. Play calling's aggressive yet calculated, turning Williams into a game manager while unleashing the run. That Bengals victory, 47 points, but it was the ground game setting up play-action bombs. Yamar chased torch for a bit, but the Bears bent didn't break. Fan connection runs deep here. Remember 2018, the Mac trade sparking playoffs? This feels similar, quiet confidence building. Social media's lit with Monangai memes, Swift recovery prayers. Hollis Hall hums with purpose. Even the fine on Jackson sparks debate, fair or overreach. Fans rally, turning adversity to advantage. Offseason echoes too. Draft picks paying off, free agents meshing. Monangai's rise mirrors other rookies league-wide, but in Chicago it's personal. The city's blue-collar soul demands grit, he delivers. As Week 10 dawns, the path crystallizes, string wins steal from contenders. Browns in December circle it. But first, Giants, playoff odds, analysts peg 25%, but momentum says more. 5 of 6 wins, top-tier offense. Defense ranks mid-pack but improving, sacks piling under new schemes. Johnson's motivational edge, post-game speeches firing up the locker room, keeps them locked in. Monangai's locker room words linger, stepping up, getting the next one. That's Bears DNA. From Ditka's glory to modern rebuilds, resilience defines them. This season under the Midway lights, they're a roaring back. Fans lace up, the hunt's on. Whether Monangai carries the load or Swift returns, the rushing thunder rolls. Playoffs beckon and Chicago's ready to crash the party. In the end, it's about heart. The fine, the injuries, the tough slate, Thayer hurdles, not walls. Monsters of the Midway charge through. Johnson's first year could be legendary. Subscribe, like, engage, let's ride this wave together. Bears Nation, the field's yours.